Alrighty, everyone, welcome to the AMA Super Late Model Series here on extremesimtv. Once again for round number 2. This time we go racing in Myrtle Beach. Once again in the booth with me, as always, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. AJ Capola, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Glad to be here. We're down here at Myrtle Beach Speedway. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's very warm. You see people in their shorts. In the booth with us is our in-race supporter once again, Mr. Mike Robinson from Revline Racing, as he's trying to figure out how to get that Oculus to work and not turn off right as they go green, as it has in the past.
We actually got that figured out. We actually got that one figured out finally.
Mike,
that's good.
That sounds like a small problem. That sounds like a very, very small problem.
It was a very small problem at first, but we finally got the technical difficulties figured out. It was, my stupid self didn't have any light where it needed to be, so, yeah.
Well, we are at the Myrtle Beach Speedway for the Palmetto Breeze Heating and Cooling. Don't sweat it. Call Palmetto Breeze 125. We aren't going to say that whole thing every single time, but might as well plug the sponsor as plugging the sponsor.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to sweat anything. I'm just going to go turn the air conditioner on, and if it don't work, I'll call them. Sound like a plan?
Sounds like a really good plan.
Well, man, here we go. It's round 2 of the Super Late Model Series. It feels like forever since we've been Super Late Model racing. But without further ado, before they go qualify, we'll take a look at the point standings here tonight, AJ, rolling into this one. And you should have seen me figuring this one out earlier today. It's kind of funny to watch. So let's take a look here. I got to load into before. There we go. There we go. And, okay. But as they get ready to go green, AJ, what do you think it's going to take for the guys in the point standings to have a good night here tonight? And we'll get it loaded in for you here in just a moment. It's loading it in. But
well, I've actually never raced here, Matt. It looks like a very, very tight, flat track. And with that, you're going to see a lot of bumping and banging, and kind of like Martinsville.
Yeah, you will. And there's the data right now, Dustin Nova over Matt Zaccardo right now. But yes, it is a bumping and banging little short track. Another problem that this place has, we talked about the last time we were in Myrtle Beach, or I was, track tends to get sandy, or did, rip Myrtle Beach Speedway before they tore it down. It got very sandy around the bottom of the racetrack due to the beach being pretty close. And that sand can cause issues for traction here in the Super Late Models tonight.
Well, as I'm looking at this racetrack, Matt, is it me or is it a extended turn 1? Like just as you cross the start finish line, you start turning into the turn, and then you have turn 1.
You are exactly right, sir. You never really start. It's a weird entry to turn 1. You'll notice guys entering very high. That's because the rumble strip's on the bottom. If you turn in too soon in that extended corner, you're going to clip those rumble strips. And we'll probably see Mike maybe do it in VR, hopefully, because that would be great to get more coverage of, because that wheel is going to jump around. And when it does, you have got your hands full for sure here at Myrtle Beach area.
Hey Matt, can you do me a favor and check your stream, because I am echoing very bad on the YouTube page.
You're echoing.
I am very echoing.
This is weird. Okay, go ahead and talk for me again.
Okay, still talking.
Gotcha. All right, I nullified the problem. For some reason, it was trying to say you were talking twice. And you weren't.
That's not good.
You clearly weren't. All right, we got him fixed. So AJ is now no echoey AJ here tonight as we get ready to go. We got some very special stuff coming up for the fans at home during tonight's race. AJ, I think everybody's going to have fun with. We'll get a live look in at Mr. Robinson battling this place. And
yeah, Robinson put it to P7 right here.
Good job, Mr. Robinson.
It wasn't easy. I'm telling you that. I was fighting it. I was fighting it that lap.
Well, to be fair, bud, you're fighting it very hard, sir. I give you props, sir.
Can I be honest with you guys? from a driver's standpoint, it's shaped like Rockingham. It's shaped like Rockingham, only flatter.
It's shaped like Rockingham, only flatter.
Yeah, I 100% see it too.
It's especially noticeable when you're coming out of turn 4 down the front stretch on the run to the start finish line. And once you cross the start finish line, you're already in that little dog leg, so you're already kind of having to lift shortly after the straightaway just to make it into turn 1. And you're not kidding about those little turtle curbs down there into turn 1.
Yeah.
I hit those in practice, and you don't want to hit those because it will shoot you straight right.
Yeah, those turtle curbs are insta-death.
Yes. Insta-death is an understatement.
They are what we would call in the industry an insta-death. They're like finishing them.
Yes. From a certain game that we all know and love, that we all probably grew up on, because we're all nerds here, right?
And you know why we're all nerds?
Oh boy.
Because we do nerd things.
And what do we listen? What do we listen to when we do nerd things?
AJ?
Oh, is it my turn now?
This is totally your turn.
Okay, well, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast is the very proud sponsor of the AMA Super Late Model Series along with their Modified Series. Check out them on their YouTube page, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things. Just search that podcast. Where we put out our video episodes, and every Friday, along with our video episodes, we put out our audio episodes wherever you find your podcasts. Apple, Google, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and Tuned In. Anywhere you find them, that's where we are.
There we go. And I just want to point out, too, it's the Nerds Doing Nerds Things podcast on YouTube, not Nerds Doing Nerds Things, because there's actually another channel.
Is it really?
Yes, there is.
Oh, Nerds Doing Nerdy Things.
Yes.
I was here first, and they haven't... Okay, maybe they were here first, but they haven't posted in 6 years.
Yeah. No, there's another one. That's just Nerds Doing Nerds Things without the podcast part. It's kind of weird.
How dare they?
How dare they steal my best friend's stuff?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We get ready to rock and roll here. Warm up underway. Shaggy Robinson over there getting ready to go warm up. Shaggy Daddy do, maybe, possibly. Or he's gonna smoke a cigarette first.
I'm gonna Dick Trickle this while I work on my Oculus.
So we have got that going on. So AJ, you talked about this place being tricky, and your dad was right, man. This thing is a ton of fun, but it is a handful across the board. When you come to Myrtle Beach. We got a couple of cars there to make them set up shop machines already posing in victory lane. That's a little bit early, I would say.
I don't think he was trying to.
Well, he is now. And again, this being open setup, how much does that change things here for these drivers? Of course, some of the setup shops coming out to compete.
Oh, it does 100%. You see McConey. I'm trying to figure out what Mike Robinson is running. I think he might be running VRS. I think it's VRS.
Negative, sir.
What are you running?
I'm running Majors tonight.
Majors.
Is that like Garage. TJ Majors?
Nah, Majors Garage.
And I think there may be a couple of Elite Performance cars in there as well. My home shop.
EPI?
In there. Yes, EPI, sir. EPI, represent. It's like being a part of a gang. You run into another shop on the racetrack and you just got to move them out of the way. It's code.
I mean, yeah.
On the bright side, we're not shooting at each other. Just saying. But
what was that?
I said on the bright side, we're not shooting at each other. We're just running into each other's cars.
Well, Matt, that was dark.
Yeah.
Right. Hey, I have a sense of dark humor, dadgummit.
I mean, dark humor makes the world go around, right?
Yes, it does. Now,
around the world, around the world.
So, AJ, this is kind of a short one here tonight. No halfway break tonight. 125 laps straight through. If we get to go green, and that's if my webcam was on, you'd see me Austin Powers finger quotes over here. if we went green and a certain goddess didn't show up that I'm not going to say the name of because she'll definitely show up then.
Goddess Alexa Bliss.
That this is true, but the wrong goddess you're talking about. Anyway, the goddess that called, I mean, whatever it may be, if she don't show up, this could be a really quick race. I can.
Oh, very much can be. We're doing sub 20-second laps, so that's easily 3 laps a minute. You do 3 divided by 125, which I'm pulling up my camera, my calculator because math.
Well, guess what I did, buddy, at the Dollar Tree? I got a legit calculator now.
Hey.
For $1.
No, that can't be right.
What did you say it was?
Well, you can do 3 laps a minute, right?
Yes, sir.
And there's 125 laps.
Yes, sir. So, divided by 3, it
Should be like 41 something.
41.666666 minutes. So basically 41 minutes. And that was not me talking about Alexa Bliss being a goddess, honey. That was AJ, not one.
Honey, it wasn't me, I swear.
It was legit AJ.
It wasn't me, it was the one-armed man.
And so we're going to get ready to go racing here as they get ready to thunder off. Can you believe this is only round 2 of Super Late Models?
Yeah.
This is round 2, this is ridiculous.
This is round 2, sir. I about miscounted earlier when I set up the show.
Oop, somebody just went spinning.
We're going to see that a lot tonight, I have a feeling. So literally, I got this calculator for $1 at the dollar store. Hey, you have no excuse, sir. $1.
Well, I have my phone in front of me, so I don't really...
I have my phone in front of me. Yes, I'm mocking you.
My tablet-sized phone.
There we go. So let's take a look here.
Tablet-sized phone.
Let's take a look here at the qualifying order, shall we? As we get gridded up for this one.
Hey, look, Mike's not starting last.
Ain't that America?
Oh, before we get going racing, I do want to send my condolences to Tyler Hilton and his family about the passing of Tyler's mother-in-law. Tyler, you're an awesome dude. You're a great friend, and been thinking about you a lot this last week.
Yes, sir.
Tyler, from one of the drivers and your in-race reporter, this race is for you and your family tonight, buddy.
All right, Mike. Now don't finish last. Now.
Yes,
No,
don't do that.
That's not happening.
All right, let's take a look here as we get gridded up right here, getting ready to go. And we will take a look at where everybody's going to start here tonight. It's going to be Trevor Edwards, Dustin Nova, your points leader on the front row. Matt Zaccardo, Ken Zeems, Russell Peets, Brad Carpenter. 7th, Dylan Williams. 8th is going to be Mike Shaggy Robinson. 9th is going to be Franklin Stacy. 10th is going to be Dustin. 11th, Shane Williams. 12th is Jeff Hogard. And rounding out the field, 13 is Cade Green out of Florida. 13 AMA Super Late Models are ready to go.
The 16, the guy in the 16 car, Dustin Momborget, is I think what Mike Robinson said.
Momborget. All right, that one's all yours, bud. So, we're going to do something a little bit different for this start, AJ. Are you ready for the start of this race?
No, but I'm trying to figure out what the hell you're going to do.
We're going to go side by side. And here we go. We're on board side by side. To the left of your screen is going to be the starting lineup. To the right, the driver of Shaggy, ready to go here at Myrtle Beach in VR. Let's see if he wrecks it down turn 1, AJ. Here we go. Green is out. Here we go. Everybody up to speed here into turn 1, and pay attention as they enter turn 1 at how Mike is slowly working on that wheel. Oh. Trevor. Yeah, that's not going to be good. I hope you enjoyed that little live look in. We'll go back to him a little bit later here. But right now, points leader Dustin Nova out front, AJ.
Yeah, he led every lap 2 weeks ago, and now he's looking to lead every lap this week. So,
go ahead.
Mr. Mike Robinson, when you come to pit road...
Big trouble in 1 and 2. Sorry to interrupt. Hogard and Pete's having a problem. And that will play right into Shaggy Daggy Doo's hand as they
he's still going to go down a lap.
No, I'm gonna go down a couple of laps because I'm gonna have to hold for 40 seconds. Apparently, I went 1 mile an hour over.
Oh man!
Entering pit lane. Gosh darn it!
Gosh darn it! See what happens when you put the extremesimtv camera on your car. See what bad luck it brings you.
It could be worse. I mean, our night could have ended earlier.
Yes, sir. So it looks like Russell Peets here just lost it down there and he got a little bit of that curbing, and so did the other machine. Both cars around, and the first yellow of the 125 here tonight.
So, Mike, are you able to change the setup mid-race?
It's no different than what we had on the race set. So just throw fuel in it, and it's good to go.
Oh, okay. So it's just minus a bunch of gallons of fuel.
Yeah, you can do you can do a little bit of spring rate adjustments, things like that. But
gotcha, Cap.
Yeah, but you usually don't want to do that because that's a pretty major swing for a race to try to do, unless you're cool with Shaggy and actually pull it off. Because here's the thing, AJ, when you go to messing with your springs, you're either going to hit on something or you're going to screw the car up royally.
Oh no.
One of the two things are bound to happen. As we work our first caution of the night here, Super Late Model Series. And the AMA, if I'm not mistaken, I might be blind, but I think they're off next week. I think the mods are off next week, I think.
Checking the schedule. Give me one check.
I'm pretty sure when I read it looked that way.
Yes, they are.
So we will be off next week. We'll be returning in 2 weeks with the modifieds, and then of course Super Late Models following that week, as it gets really complicated sometimes. But we'll bring you through it. So 7 and 125 in the book.
In 2 weeks we are at Stafford Motor Speedway with the modifieds, and then a week after that, in 3 weeks' time from today, we are at Hickory Speedway on April 14th.
Yes, sir.
You didn't know?
The day after I get probes stuck to my head with airplane glue. That's going to be so much fun to get out of my hair. I'm so looking forward to that. We get ready to go green. Super Late Model Series here. Hey, AJ, you have not lived till you have had the airplane glue in your head. It's so much fun to get out. The 90 car is in the middle of 3 and 4, sir.
Oh, I hope I don't give anybody a black flag here.
Green in the air, we're back underway. Dustin Nova out front along with
big wreck in front of us.
And that is Arcudo involved. And caution back out. That's the 60.
Yeah, Matt Zaccardo was involved.
Man,
he started P3.
From my end.
All I hear is Shaggy yelling, "There's a wreck in front of us."
That was scary.
So they were 3 wide, AJ. And Hogard in the 49 here is going to get kind of stuck in the middle, and it is not going to go well. Looks like the 99 got a bad restart on the bottom and just come up and straight doored Hogard, and Hogard with no other option but to go to the wall. Wow. I mean, I know wrecks happen, right, AJ? They definitely do.
Oh, absolutely.
But, man, he got doored hard. That car just comes completely around. He got slammed so hard.
Matt,
What?
bad boy.
Not like that. You ain't watched the movies? You haven't watched. Never mind. Wow. AJ's from brain is infected, folks. Anyway, 12 of 125 complete. Well, so AJ, is this kind of what you thought you'd see early?
Not really. Our last super late model race, we went very long green flag runs. I think we had 3 or 4 cautions in 200 laps, and we've had 2 cautions within the first 15 laps here.
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach is not an easy place to get around.
And from my standpoint, I can second that soundly.
You can second that decision, sir.
Yes.
13 on the board. So AJ, guess what we'll be doing tomorrow evening, man, if you're here? Dun dun dun.
The NASCAR for amateurs.
Where are they going to be at? Dun dun
Oh,
dun.
yeah.
Talladega. The world's fastest 2.5 mile racetrack. The big, the bad, the Talladega Super Speedway.
Ooh, Talladega?
Yes, sir. And
Talladega.
You know, as we get ready to go green once again, 14 on 125 complete, ready to go. It's AJ Capola in the booth along with me, Matt, and Mr. Mike Robinson is our in-race reporter. Started the race off a little rough, but he's trying to recover.
We're one lap. We're back to 1 lap down, so I'm kind of banking on maybe one more caution before we get things settled out.
Dustin Nova, Shane Williamson on the front row, Franklin Stacy there with Cade Green. We are ready to go. 15 laps complete at Myrtle Beach. The dirty Myrtle, as they used to call this place.
Another good restart by Dustin Nova, but Shane Williamson is right on his tail.
Man, he's trying to lock on to that back bumper. Try to gain on him if he can. Can't do it. They'll fall off of one another for a moment here. And I tell you what, Dustin Nova having a great run so far here tonight. You talked how good he was a couple of weeks ago. Right back up front doing what he knows how to do. Shaggy Robinson going to be your lucky dog car if we get another yellow at the moment. The last car on the lead lap, though, is Matt Zaccardo. Not having the best start to this race for him, AJ.
Yeah, no, very shocked because he is usually very fast. He qualified P3. But yeah, like you said, our in-race reporter, Mike Robinson, is in the lucky dog spot. The only thing he has to not do is wreck.
Trouble right in front of him, and unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be Mike getting it because
Shane Williamson around on the front stretch.
I do apologize about that.
We already had one around over here as well. Oh, wow.
A lot of damage on that 36.
Yeah. So let's
it's fine.
take a look. Looked like 2 cars going for the same area code there. And
Probably.
around we go.
And then any part of it that would be on me. Sorry, I'm up in the booth, guys. That was on me. I'll take responsibility for that one.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't think you were, honestly, it looked like you didn't really come up that much. It looked like you guys were just trying to meet in the middle there.
You come your way, I'll come mine. We'll meet under the sky. I think that's the way that song went.
Good news, if the leader would have pit there, you would have gotten one of the left backs.
Yeah, and I hate to say it, I didn't want to be the reason the caution came out. I do apologize.
Well, yeah, if you're the caution, I don't think you get your lap back then.
Nope. And that puts me back 2 laps down, so... Oops. gosh, I feel so bad.
Oops, Mike did it.
I really didn't mean to bring out that caution, and all apologies to Franklin on that one. I do apologize, buddy.
Y'all gonna make me break out into an impersonation of Britney Spears here in a moment.
No, don't do that. What are you gonna do? Shave your head?
Oh, come on! Leave Britney alone!
Well, I've already got to do that, buddy. The only thing I got to do is start acting crazy.
Oh, you're already doing that.
Well, then
Well, we are 21, almost. I think we're 21 laps in. Matt.
Yes, sir.
Now, how many times have you raced at Myrtle Beach Speedway? And we've already heard how difficult it is. Mike commentating on how hard it is to get around this place. Why don't you give us a little quick tidbit on how difficult it is to get around this place as well?
Blindfold yourself and try to drive around the racetrack, and it can't get any more difficult than it already is here. This place is an absolute handful on entry, especially the super late models, much power they've got. And getting on the brakes, they want to break loose on entry, and then exit is no joke either. Trying to get that power down to the rear wheels without ending up going around and around and around can be quite the chore here, for sure. So, double file up front. Let's hop on board with Cade Green. He'll be starting on the inside here for this restart. Gonna be a good restart here. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. We're rolling once again. And pretty even start up front. Everybody's going to funnel in there. And do you see how that track, how that turtle kind of comes up in the middle into the groove a little bit, AJ?
Yep.
That is the hardest part, not to go over that turtle. But we got them side by side for the lead, boys. Shane Williamson giving Dustin Nova a run for his money.
Shane Williamson is the first driver in over 225 laps to lead a lap outside of Dustin Nova.
He's trying to shut that Nova star down.
Yeah, he's going to lead another one.
Man, oh man, oh man.
Ooh, battle for third here.
Or way
16
high.
got really loose, and I think that's the 19 that got into the wall, too. That's Cade Green, starting 13th, already up to third.
8 having a decent.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're fine, buddy.
From what I just heard, as you guys were talking about, that turtle curb, somebody caught that turtle curb. That's what caused that checkup right up there at the front. I saw it coming out of turn 4.
Yeah.
Or turn 2, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the turtles are real here to me. This is probably the worst turtles of any track that we run. Other than maybe a Charlotte road course, the only other turtles that are this bad. 28 on the board.
Those will launch your vehicle.
Well, these will too if you hit them just right.
Oh, and it happened to me in practice.
Now, and if you'll see it, AJ, that turtle again jets out, and you got to follow the contour, and it's so unnatural because the car actually wants to cut further in than you really can. Right now, looky here, though. It's to make them set up shop boys coming to play. Nose to tail, third and fourth. And they're closing in on your race leaders.
Yeah, that's Dustin Monbourquette and Trevor Edwards.
Yes, sir. We got to convince Tyler next season to do a set up shop trophy for this series. Because I'll tell you what, it's fun to see these setup shops come out and play. Because you know with a series like that is there's contact between the two.
Edwards gives a little nudge to Monbourquette in the 16, and they're going to flip-flop positions.
And Monbourquette just about got back in a back bumper of him. And I know the guy that runs them make them very well, and I wonder if there'll be a talk there in the hauler about that.
That says McConey Setup Shop.
Yes, McConey. Yes.
And the yellow is out on the racetrack.
So the Macomb thing is a running joke between me and him. But yes, this is McConey. So
it looked like Matt Zaccardo with the issue.
Oh, McConey, their car is getting into it, but behind them.
Yep, it was.
Still, you may wow, holy cow, that was big.
Ooh,
Impact.
Zaccardo gets into the wall and then gets turned by, it looks like Russell Peaks.
Russell Peaks was like, hey, get out of here. So,
And Mr. Mike Robinson should be getting a lucky dog, I would assume.
yes, sir. So, Mr. Mike Robinson, I've actually got a furthermore question on the setup shop deal. To me, it is a big deal when you get multiple setup shops competing against each other, in my personal opinion.
Oh yeah, it's just like any NASCAR team. Honestly, it's bring the best setup. You got yourself a winner.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun. I'd like to see some more of them represented, because it's hard to know with some of these cars what they're running because they're not labeled. But it's so much fun when they are labeled.
Uh-oh. Well,
oh, what?
For any of you college basketball fans, hopefully you did not have Gonzaga winning the NCAA championship.
Ruh-roh.
They were just uprooted by number 4 seed Arkansas.
Woo.
And will advance to the Elite 8.
Woo. Arkansas.
Oops.
Arkansas. Whooped that butt, didn't they?
I don't know if they got whooped. I don't know what the score was. Didn't say. I was like, there goes my bracket, even though it was broken like a week ago.
Well, ain't he just a great reporter? Not even give us the numbers, Mike. I mean, if you're going to report on it, give us the numbers. I gotta bust you there, AJ, every now and then.
74-68.
Good game.
Eh. 6 points.
So, before we go green, I'll tell the quick story here. Back in high school days, I was actually the manager for the girls' basketball team.
Of course you were, Matt.
Yes, I was.
Of course.
And that's no lie. That's not a joke. As we get ready to go green once again. Shane Williamson right there alongside Dustin Nova. Here we go, coming to green. Shane Williamson, the only one, like you said, AJ, to really challenge Dustin Nova. Do you think he can hold him off, maybe?
Oh, we're going to find out.
At 96, Nova cuts down behind him. Good launch. He'll stay with him off into 3 and 4.
Yeah, the whole top 5 is single file.
The Nova man out front. It is behind them, still single file. And again, you know why they're single file, AJ? It's so hard to pass here. It's really a one groove racetrack around Myrtle Beach. Yeah, that second groove usually don't come in that well. As they continue to run 40 and 125 on the board. Nova gonna cut to the bottom.
Looks like these two drivers, Shane Williamson and Dustin Nova, are probably going to start pulling away from the full field here.
So I think they are the class of the field here so far tonight, AJ. I just think these two are definitely the class of the field per se right now. 42 and 125 on the board. So again, 125 laps the distance here tonight. Here at Myrtle Beach Speedway, you're watching a top 2 pull away. Third right now, Cade Green all by himself. Dylan Williams in 4th. Trevor Edwards right now in 5th. Ken Zeems right there in 6th. Carpenter in 7th. Peets in 8th. Zaccardo 9th. Franklin in 10th. And then Shaggy is a lap down there in 11th. And Dustin there on pit road as well.
Yeah, he's been on pit road for quite a while.
Bad break there for Dustin.
Yeah, he's not even on pit road. That's not the right pit road.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
That's just an access way.
Might,
Maybe he needed to step away. We hope everything's all right over there.
yeah, for sure. Oh, then the 53 there got a piece of the wall for a moment. But keeps going. And so we're starting to get in a little bit of a rhythm here, AJ.
Yeah, we're going to start clicking off lap times very fast.
Yeah, normally when this league gets into a rhythm, it goes by in a hurry. Here tonight. So, Mr. Coppola, who's your pick here 47 laps in?
Well, usually I stick with just Dustin Nova with how good he normally is.
Mm-hmm.
But right here, Shane Williamson is just pulling away. And right now, it's at a commanding second plus lead.
I'm not going to disagree with you there, bud. There, Captain. Captain AJ, I'm not going to disagree at all. I think you're thinking around 48 on the board at 125. Be interesting to see if anybody else can get up there and do something. There we go. 49 on the board. Williamson right there with Dustin Nova in tow. But look right here, Kate Green closing in on Nova a little bit. Trying to get by that Nova star. What a race we are seeing here tonight. Now, this is where saving your tires, AJ, is going to be very important as we start to get in these longer runs and the lights come on around the racetrack. 451 and 125 in the books. Pretty single file right now. And so, Zaccardo back, man. Zaccardo in ninth here, AJ. That's another one that I feel like is kind of a shocker.
Yeah, he's usually always well up towards the front.
Carpenter's got Pete's in tow. So Russell Pete's on the back bumper of Carpenter right at the moment. And they'll run nose to tail. Old Williamson right there as well doing a great job. There is Shane Williamson. 150 or 55 of the 125 complete here tonight from the Myrtle Beach Speedway. The AMA Super League Model Series presented by the Nerders doing nerd things. All new episode drops tomorrow 10 a.m. Go check that out. Or roughly 10 a.m.
We're talking about The Lord of the Rings, Return of the King, our final episode in our Lord of the Rings series.
And then it's back to normal, regular scheduled programming, correct?
Kind of. We're going to be talking about Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, the Marvel movie that came out last September.
Kay Green going to drop a spot there to Trevor Edwards. So there's Edwards going to get by Green. 58 on the board. Shane Williamson continuing to lead here. 58 of 125 in the books. Right this time by. I tell you what, looking down here in Discord, it looks like the Shaggy Daggy Doo is pretty comfortable out there. Just unfortunately can't get the laps back right now.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see if he gets that lap back and ends up on the lead lap, where he could possibly be running, because right now the leader is just about a straightaway behind.
Hey, go look here, battle for second. It's going to be Trevor Edwards getting by Nova. Nova back to third, and I think that's pretty much the worst he's ran all season now.
I wonder if he cooked his tires on that first initial run.
Yes, but ain't that even crazy that we're saying the worst he's run all season so far is third?
Yeah, well, there's only been 2 races.
Yes, well, granted, but still impressive nevertheless. 60 of 125 complete. And AJ, believe it or not, we're coming up on halfway here in a couple of laps, brother.
Yeah, no kidding. We're closing in on halfway really fast.
Closing in on it like we're closing in on Easter. As I continue to run right now, 62 on the board. I know what the Easter Bunny's going to bring you, AJ.
Probably rotten eggs.
Well, I was going to go with coal, but that's the Santa Claus thing.
A new podcast mic?
Yeah, hey, it's possible the bunny might get you took care of. The bottom of the racetrack goes to 53, and Franklin Stacy will go a lap down, and that will put Daggy Daggy Doo outside that lucky dog area.
Well, Mike Robinson just went a second lap down right there.
Yeah, Mike Robinson machine is not a mystery machine here tonight. Right now, there's a 19 K Green Dustin Nova right there just in front of him, third and fourth. So, Mr. Coppola, if you're out there driving these things as hard as these guys are, what would you do at this point in time to try to reel this thing in?
Well, to reel Shane Williamson in, you would have probably had to protect your tires and not burn them off, probably until now.
Right.
But it looks like right now he has the best tires on the racetrack with what lap times he's putting down. He is the fastest vehicle on the racetrack by a good couple tenths. So you're really hoping for a mistake then.
Another car's jumped to pit road that time. Matt is the Cardo going to jump to pit road. Not going to be good for him in the finish here tonight. Not what you want to see. So as they continue to do battle up front, Williamson trying to pull away the best he can. Now for Williamson here, I'm not even seeing him as competing in race number 1, AJ. So this is a good way to start your season off if you can get a win here tonight. Oh, Shane Williamson out front leading the way. 69 and 125 complete. If this tells me anything, we're going to have a good battle this season with Dustin Nova and guys like Shane Williamson here. Again, 70 on the board of 125 here tonight. And that's the way they run, 70 and 125 complete here. And my question to you, AJ, as you look down the schedule here the next few races, we go to Hickory and on the 14th, and then May the 5th, we go to Five Flags. 2 total different racetracks from what we're running here tonight.
Oh, 100%. Completely different racetracks. I think this is the actual bigger version of those racetracks.
And this place is insanity here. Myrtle Beach, a ton of fun. Right now, Dustin Nova coming under fire from Craig Green. Have we seen the kink in the Nova armor here tonight? And
what it's looking like?
Is that kink tire saving? Because that car is falling off a cliff compared with everybody else.
I'm going to tell you guys right now, I've just, as you guys have seen, what's not seen on the broadcast is I've been driving conservatively, trying to save these tires. I have not taken any tires since I came in under that somewhat green flag run that we had there at the start. And yeah, saving tires is definitely what you're going to need to do.
So basically, at this point in time, AJ, from what I'm seeing on our little tracker down there, Nova's giving up anywhere to a tenth and a half a lap. Carpenter having a problem, but we stay green.
David Solomon in the chat. Shout out to the Goon Squad. Good luck, racers. Let's finish this out with a clean race. And so far, it very much has been, knock on wood. Coming to 50 laps to go.
Yeah, coming to 50 to go here. And man, just really knocking this one down, AJ. I'm quite surprised. So 77 on the board of 125 is in the book with Williams out front. Williamson leading the way. Nova still continuing to fall through the field. Ken Zeems will be the next car to catch Nova if he does so. Russell Peaks right there as well, and 191 top 7. Decent run for him.
Yeah, we were talking about decent. We were talking about a decent run, and Shane Williamson, that lead car, has put down fast lap after fast lap after fast lap. This is the AMA Super Late Model Series Palmetto Breeze Heating and Cooling 125. The AMA Series is proudly presented by the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast. Check them out every Friday for new episodes. Wherever you get your podcast, either on YouTube or Spotify, Google and Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, and wherever else you get them. So, Matt?
Yes, sir.
Outside of Shane Williamson pulling away from the field, Trevor Edwards, that 12 car, that super late model in second place, is putting down faster laps than our leader right now.
Yeah, and that's not a surprise to me. Listen to these IR readings for these first two cars. So it's a 5,983 for your race leader, and it's a 6,903 for Trevor Edwards. Is your two top I rating cars. Boy, that's pretty big.
Well, Trevor Edwards had it down to almost 2 seconds, had a big issue last lap, and lost a good almost second.
You just got to keep plugging away here with 82 and 125 complete. Hey, if it makes you feel any better there, Shaggy, you're in front of a 6,000 I rating guy right now.
Yeah, but I'm how many laps down to him? 2, about to be 3.
Yep.
And just so you guys are no, the 16 is actually sitting down there. Oh, as I catch those turtle curves, 16 is actually down on that access road with a blown engine.
Oh, he has a blown engine?
He's smoking.
Oh, wow. He's been down there for a good 50 laps.
So his night will come to a close, I suppose.
I'm surprised he hasn't transported to pit road.
He's just sitting down there eating some pizza and just strapped in, just hanging out, all comfortable.
Shit, I would have Brad Keselowski'd it during the Daytona Montoya wreck. Got out of the car, walked around. You know, hey, this is nice. Can I get a hot dog?
Yeah, exactly. 86 on the board.
So I think the 99 is struggling since me and him since I collected him in that turn 1 incident.
Yeah, he is not doing the best. Right now, that's the 36 closing in on that 99. Again, they had a little bit of history earlier, so let's see how this goes if he's going to let the 36 go here when he gets to it.
I'd let him go early on.
And they'll continue to run. So the good part here, AJ. Oh, wow.
Well, he got into the wall too there.
Yeah, so I wonder if he's got something bent.
Yep.
Oh, there's one outside of me too. Holy cow!
That's the leader.
Oh, and the leader dropped the
Sorry
slice
about
and
that,
dice.
Shane. I did not know you were there.
89 on the board of 125. The good thing is, AJ, if there is a fist fight with Mr. Robinson over here, at least we got a webcam going.
I'll gladly take that. I'll gladly take that beating. I probably deserve it.
Only wish your wife thought that too.
Oh, 90 on the board of 125 complete.
She might take the heels off and go looking for him.
She's about ready to hit me with a frying pan, so I don't blame him.
At least you get a good night's sleep.
I mean, Shaggy go night-night where he gets hit.
Go night-night in the forever box.
She wouldn't kill me. She probably knocked me out enough.
Williamson continuing with the lead. Night-night in the forever box. Oh, man, 93 on the board.
Oh!
sound good.
99 actually got into the 12.
12 is our second place driver, Trevor Edwards.
Taking a look here. Oh, the 99 on the Kirby's hangs on to it. Shaggy's like, I'm getting away from this situation. 94 on the board this time by coming to 95. Closing in on 30 laps to go. And right now, Shane Williamson up by quite a bit, AJ, over Trevor Edwards. So if we do not see the goddess of certain things, I'm pretty sure Williams is in a pretty good shape, AJ.
Absolutely.
But if we do see the goddess of certain things, then it's gonna be a shootout basically at that point.
Well, you would expect everybody to come down and get tires.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, they're gonna come get tires and fuel. Well, tires at least, maybe not fuel. But 97 on the board, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna have to happen pretty soon. What do you do if you get a yellow late with like 5 to go? That will be interesting.
Well, why don't we ask the driver in the car? Would fresh tires with 5 laps to go make you feel like Superman?
Yes, 100%.
There you go, Matt.
Well, he's saying yes. I'm saying I'd stay out and hope a couple stayed out with me. That would be my guess on the thing. Stay out and hope and pray that it worked out for you. But you just never know with these things, AJ. Of course, you know me. I like to be the contrarian anyway.
Yes. Yes, you do.
So they can get around 26 on the board of this one. Remember, this is such great racing. 25 on the board. Left to go in this one. So much fun. So much fun, Captain. So what would you do, AJ, with 24 laps to go like this?
Well, depending on where I'm in the field, if I'm in Shane's spot, run away and hide. Don't take any unnecessary actions on lap cars.
Right.
But pretty much just try to run away and hide.
There you go. Just run away, do everything you can, right?
Yeah, if I'm Trevor Edwards, you're driving the wheels off this thing. You need to knock some time off of, between Williamson and yourself. So it depends on where you are in the field. I mean, if you're Mike Robinson, you're looking for, 90 cautions so you can get back on the lead lap.
There we go. 22 laps to go. Man.
Now, here's one thing I do wish. I do wish me and the 99 were on the same lap, because when we are close together, man, we're scrappy.
Now, Shaggy, you can't be Scrappy and Scooby at the same time.
I mean, I'll scrap, but no, it's Shaggy though. That's me.
Now, Williamson, look at that gap, AJ. What is that? A 7-second gap
Between...
Edwards and Williamson.
No, Williamson is only about 2 seconds ahead of Trevor Edwards.
There, it updated. That was weird. It said 7 for a moment, and I'm like, huh? 18 to 19 to go. Uh-oh.
I tried to stay up as high as I could on that wall for him. That's what I tried to stay up high on that wall for you. I didn't mean to come off that much.
There is Shane right there with Trevor Edwards just behind them. trying to close him down. The gap now 2 seconds between your race leader and P2. Well, AJ, man, it's been a fun race so far. Do you think Trevor Edwards can get to Shane maybe at the bitter end? Wow.
They're 2 seconds now. Just 10 laps ago, looking at a almost 3 second lap time, so it's going to be very close.
Shaggy doing a good job getting up out of the way for the race leader. I was about to say lap traffic might be an issue, but Shaggy grabs out of the way. And Shane Williamson will continue in the lead with 15 to go here on extremesimtv for Matt and AJ Capola in the booth. And our special guest on track analysis person is going to be Mr. Mike Robinson. Yes, I know where I was headed with that, AJ. I just lost track of where I was headed. There was a fork in the track, and I took a left. Well, more traffic getting up out of the way. Good for Williamson. Really kind of saving him here, AJ. Now, selfishly, I'd love to see Edwards get through him and have us a battle. But with 13 to go and the gap still at 2 seconds, I'm not sure that's going to happen, Captain.
Yeah, neither am I. You would really need lap traffic to stack up Shane, and he is clear sailing for a good long while now.
Yeah, it's not looking good, man. With 12 laps to go, these guys continuing to do a great job. Just happy to see this race overall being a smooth race, AJ.
Yeah, what did we have? 2 cautions, and they were right at the beginning of the race?
Yeah, and that's pretty good in my opinion. It's going to be a great race out there tonight. 11 to go. So what kind of move do you make if you do get a yellow here? Do you do the obvious and come to pit road, or do you try something different, AJ?
Well, Shane is pretty much going to dictate what everybody else does. If he comes in, everybody else is going to stay out.
Right.
If just the opposite after that. I completely brain farted there. Tyler Hilton in the chat just got home. Thank you, extremesimtv, for the broadcast, and a special thanks to Cade Green for holding down the fort another week. Tyler, I don't know how much of it you have watched. I don't know if you had it playing in the background on your way home. Just want to say once again my condolences to you and your family for the loss of your mother-in-law. You're a good dude, you're a good friend, and can't wait to see you back at the racetrack, but, you know, I've been thinking about you all week, and, you know, it sucks, man.
Yeah, it definitely does, man. It really does suck. Well, 7 to go, man, and I don't want to say I'm hoping for a caution, but boy, would we have ourselves a battle if we got one. I'm going to jinx this, aren't I?
You might. Wouldn't be surprised, but we're coming to 5 laps to go right here.
She's going to hurry up. Goddess of Yellow's going to have to hurry up and show up if she's going to get here. There's
only 4 cars on the lead lap. Last super late model race winner, Dustin Nova, is actually 1 lap down, sitting in 5th.
Still, though, not a bad run for Nova, even though he's 1 lap down. And again,
yeah, he's still 5th.
Yeah, he's still 5th. I mean, you can't complain about that here tonight at all. And coming to 3 to go this next time by with Williamson out front, Edwards, Green, Nova, Zeems, Pete's right there in 7th. Some of these guys that are 1 lap down, 3 laps to go though for Williamson. Williamson continuing to lead. Gap now still steady at 2 seconds, AJ.
Yeah, I don't think anything is changing in 2 laps with 2 laps to go.
Flagman going to put 2 fingers in the air with 2 laps to go here tonight at Myrtle Beach. Shane Williamson is going to have to nurse this car around 2 more times. You'll see the white flag at the stripe. 1 lap to go here for Shane Williamson. Mr. Edwards, nowhere in sight right now for Williamson. As long as he keeps his car straight off of turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Through 3 and 4, Shane Williamson is going to come through to win this one tonight at Myrtle Beach. Trevor Edwards is going to come home second. Cade Green battling right here, trying to hang on to third, right in front of the Dylan Williams battle for third. Give it to Cade Green at the stripe, AJ.
What a finish. That was a great battle coming to the line right there. That was a very good one. Cade Green up 10 positions from where he started in 13th to finish third. Shane Williams, another big mover, up 10 positions from 11th to 1st.
To get the dub here tonight. Great job.
Now, Matt, let me set you up for your post-race interviews.
In 4,
Sorry,
sir.
guys, I missed the entry going in.
Waiting for people to join the interview waiting room. Currently don't see anybody but Cade Green.
Well, we'll
There's Shane.
Oh, there's Shane.
There's our race winner. Matt, here you go. Here's our race winner, Shane Williamson, in that 94.
All right, Shane Williamson, man, is Matt up here in the booth? You get a copy?
Yeah, I do. Hey, Matt, how you doing?
Well, man, so far this season, you're the only man really to get around Nova for a lead, at least. You got by Nova and was able to pull out and just keep on rolling to bring a race number 2 home with you.
Yeah, the car was something else tonight. Trevor Edwards gave me a pretty good setup to run, and we were just able to wheel it. Can't thank him enough.
Well, man, I got to say, you did a pretty job wheeling it. Got out front there. You was able to pull away. How big were tires here tonight, keeping the tires underneath you?
We were actually a little snug there. But I feel like, I had to kind of underdrive it a little bit. Otherwise, that right front was just going to fall off. But I think tires played a really big role here. Starting off the easy end of the run and just letting the car come to you.
Well, man, you did a great job, and you did exactly what you needed to do here tonight. Able to hang on for the win. How big a momentum boost is this for you for the rest of the season?
Very big. I missed the last race and was able to make it to this one. So this is a big momentum boost for me to be able to come into the next one.
Well, there you go, man. Momentum, right?
That's right.
All right, man. Congratulations, Victory Lane here tonight. Anybody else you'd like to thank before I let you go?
I just want to thank the shop and everybody over there that helps out with everything, and JWR Race Cars for getting a good car out here.
There you go, man. Again, congratulations. Good job here tonight, getting the win.
Thanks, fellas.
All right, Matt, don't have anybody else in the waiting room. That was your race winner, Shane Williamson. What a dominating race that he put down tonight. Kind of Dustin Nova-esque at, I think it was Stafford 2 weeks ago.
Yes, sir.
What are your thoughts on the overall race here tonight?
Pretty good racing. It was a clean race. Fun to watch, buddy. As always, AMA does a great job of doing that. Thank you to everybody for coming out here tonight for yet another wonderful AMA event. Again, we will be, you said we are off next week, sir?
Our next race is, looking for it, pulling it up now. Our next race is April 7th at Stafford Motor Speedway for the Modifieds.
There we go. So Stafford Motor Speedway next on deck. That'll be a little bit out, but thank you guys as always for coming out. And wish you got anything, AJ, it's been a heck of a night working with you once again, buddy.
Absolutely. I want to give Mike Robinson of Revline Racing a big shout out for being our in-race reporter, sitting up here in the broadcast booth with us and, running every single lap here tonight. Uh, just watched him on his webcam get rid of that big line of sweat on his forehead. Uh, but yeah, gotta thank him for helping us out tonight. Gotta thank you for putting everything on, Tyler for putting on a really good league, and Cade for running the show tonight. Um, Check out the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast wherever you find your podcast, either on YouTube or any of the podcast machines, Spotify, Google, and Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. You've heard me say it before. Our new episode drops tomorrow morning around 8 o'clock in the morning. That is the Lord of the Rings Return of the King episode. So please go check it out. Give us a nice like and follow. Greatly appreciate all that support.
With that being said, folks, we're going to get ready to get on here, out of here for the night. Thank you guys once again. We'll see you in a few weeks. Everyone have a great night. Williamson, your winner here tonight at Myrtle Beach. Thank you guys. And another one in the books, buddy.
Yep.